The big question was, where does the rim pressure come with Giannis being out? And I think early on, Damian Lillard let it be known to the Pacers, I'm willing to go all the way downhill and score at the rim. Yeah. And then once he did that and he had to pull up three, now when you're coming down at them, whether it's off a miss, whether you're just bringing it up off of a make, you got the defender in the palm of your hands.
Yes.
He get too close, you're around him and you finishing at the rim. He give you that space, yak him. And now it's just like, what we doing?
One of my favorite shots he took, and this was a miss that he had, is I swear it was a 1-on-5 fast break, and he pulled up from at least 40 feet, 35 feet out, and it was a miss. But I'm like, damn, this is your team right now. Without no Giannis, this is your team. That reminded me of Blazers Dame right there, and I was like, that's the Dame I want to see.
I think that's what makes him and Steph so special, is that they are known as like these lethal shooters. But like, if you really think, they are so great at finishing at the rim, and that's like one of the underrated parts of their games. Is that if you do play up, I'm still skilled and strong enough to get to the basket, finish through contact, and you're not gonna be able to stop me either way.
That's why I think it's important for guards like that, especially Dame in this series without a Giannis. It's important to emphasize that early on. It's so easy as a guard to fall in love with that three. It's there all the time. You can get it whenever you like.
Yes.
It takes less energy to do that than to drive through contact and have to finish at the rim constantly. But once you set the tone and you let your opponent know, I'm willing to do that, I'm willing to go all the way, and then they gotta respect that three just opens up so much. And then once you get in both, so much attention comes to you. Now you can get Pat Connaughton a shot over there, Malik Beasley a shot over here. Now Bobby Portis can do what he did in the second half when you go scoreless in the second half. So definitely continue to build on that. But the scoreless second half makes me feel like the Pacers definitely have a chance at game two. If the Pacers win this, Giannis coming back sooner. This is an injury that he's supposed to be out, 2 to 4 weeks? And now
Giannis is different too. I keep saying that. I remember when he got hurt, when he hyperextended his knee or whatever, and he came right back. He looked different
in the finals. Yeah.
So if they did go down 2, I would expect him to play. Going into game 2, I also wouldn't be surprised if it was like the opposite way around in terms of like the Pacers kind of blew out the Bucks, and it was just kind of. I feel like this is a team that's like they could have variety just because it's all offense, and sometimes offense can turn off.
Some teams could just be really high, and then you could just see a blowout.
And like I said, keep up. That second half, if they found something there to how to guard Dame and how they want to do what they did to stop him from having another 35-point half, if that could roll over into the second game, the Bucks will be in trouble. Big love to Chris Middleton. I think that's one of my favorite games for Chris Middleton this season, and I think that's going to be important for them in game 2 as well, because you have to expect Damian Lillard to not have 35. Not that he's going to have a stinker, but just in case he isn't as on point in the first half, they're going to need somebody else to alleviate that. And I love to see Chris Middleton be aggressive, get in that midi. Bobby Portis is going to come with that energy.
They just got to gel it all when Giannis
come back.
Yes.
Yeah,
Chris Middleton still has to put on these type of performances with Giannis. Dame still has to do his thing with Giannis, and then let Giannis do his thing. You could have that three-headed monster just working like an engine. The sky's the limit for you.
Maybe if they can handle business in the series, that can come back and be a blessing in disguise. Giannis sits out, you're still able to handle business, and during that course of playing without him, you start to get a little bit mojo for the playoffs, and you just insert him. Chris Middleton has found his rhythm. Damian Lillard has found his rhythm, and Giannis. I don't think Giannis needs to find a rhythm.
And
I think
Giannis
verbally get right to it.
You don't need no rhythm for no layup. Come on now.
Giannis has been verbally trying to like get Dame to feel like
absolutely
this is his team. And like,
but even in the game, that first game, Dame said, we got to come out. We ain't have our best player. Yeah. So he's also aware that this is Giannis' team and he's the best player on this team.
Even though Giannis has been saying it, this is Dame's team and all that.
Dame is real enough to know that that's some bullshit. This is Giannis' team.